everybody. Thank you for tuning into the OTC Club today. We have our special guest speaker. You all know him as Shemar Aglin, or SHMR on the L2, as I like to call him. If you don't, if you don't already follow him, go ahead and hit that follow button and make sure you're following the hosts up here in the OTC Club. This Spaces is being recorded. So, hey, Shemar, how was your weekend?
It was good actually. Got a lot of rest after the week. My week last week was really good. You know what's crazy? Everybody on my timeline was just like, "Oh man, everything sucks," and like I was just chilling. I was like, "Oh crap." Well, I want to be with you guys and say everything
Right,
sucks, but everything was actually great. So
right. You're just out here enjoying life.
yeah, exactly.
Well, since we're talking about life, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background prior to trading.
Okay, so um, after university, I actually played some basketball in Italy and Spain. Some of
Whoa!
the lower level leagues, which was still competitive, to be honest. After that, I came home. I worked for a company called Telus, right? It's a phone company, and I sold plans to businesses. So I went business to business and selling things to CEOs and you know just trying to kind of find my place in life in regards to what I want to do for a career. And I really think that set me up um, nicely in the future and for like my future endeavors and for everything that I've been doing because it allowed me to come out of my shell. I was a huge introvert, like gigantic. So I took that job and, like I said, I started selling plans to businesses and talking to CEOs and stuff like that. Um, After that, I kind of moved into the financial industry by selling bankruptcies. So I basically sold bankruptcy plans and something in Canada that we call consumer proposals. I'm not sure if America has this, but in Canada, a consumer proposal actually gets rid of like a portion of your debt, like majority of your debt, right? And it allows you to pay like monthly. So that's basically what I was selling, what I was trying to get out there. Um, and yeah, that was my job right before trading, and I left that job because they sent us home for COVID, because of COVID, and I started kind of watching the markets just little by little. Honestly, I can't even tell you how I even found out about stocks. I mean, my older brother was trading it a little bit, but not necessarily full time. So yeah, they sent me home, and I just kept watching the markets. Like I couldn't focus on work. So crazy thing is, I had like $5,000, like just sitting there of like safety money, and I was like, you know what? I can't focus on work. I'm dipping. I'm leaving. So so I honestly I was like, you know what? I can't give these guys 100% of my effort right now. So like I don't even want to do that to them. So I left, right? And then, you know, the market took me, and yeah, that's basically how it started.
So that's how you got into trading then.
Wow.
Yeah,
So the
yeah,
market took
honest,
you.
yeah, like the 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 crazy thing is like yeah, I hate everything that COVID brought slash is still bringing, but COVID brought me stocks. So it's like, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it over anything, to be honest.
So, what was your first big successful trade?
Okay, I actually was thinking about this one. Um, I started fully like becoming a full time trader in July, I believe. End of May, June, sorry, in 2020. I killed it when I traded EQ. I don't know if you guys remember that insane run. It was like $2 to 27 or something like that. And that thing blew up that day. Like what is that? Like 1,000%, something like that. I actually followed that trade with a trailing stop loss, but it wasn't I was basically watching the chart, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna set my stop loss every time it goes up 10%. I'm setting my stop loss at like 8%, and it just kept going. And I didn't sell a share until maybe I would say $22.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it went from like
Oh my
I was like
goodness.
4 to 22 or 23. Honestly, that's when I just started, and I felt like I was on top of the world. I was like, yo, this is like, let's do it. Like, I got this. Um, the crazy thing is, I know that was a Friday. I'm pretty sure it was a Friday. The crazy thing is, I caught Wimmy on the Monday, and it did the same shit. And I was like,
Oh my
yo,
God, you were on the streak.
honestly, I to this day, I think that was still, well, percentage wise, my biggest gain, like percentage wise, because it was ridiculous. And then out of yo in 2020, it was just so, like, the summer of 2020 was so fake in regards to what trading actually was, that it did, especially because I was a beginner, it did get to my head. Like, it really did. After that, I lost like probably 3/4 of everything I gained on what's that one that Trump was pumping? The Pebble Mine. What the hell is it called?
I don't
Uh,
even remember.
I don't remember, but it was something that, they had some project in Alaska, and it was supposed to be this huge thing. Um, Trump was pumping it like, yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get the Pebble Mine there. I can't believe I forgot it because I lost so much money on that. That's probably why I forgot it. My brain is just pushing it.
You're just
It's
pushing
like
it to the back, huh?
yeah, it's like I don't even want to remember this.
Oh my God,
um,
trauma.
yeah, but yeah, after that, I lost quite a bit. So yeah, that was my
So
big.
would you say that's your worst trade then?
Yeah, oh, by far. Oh my gosh, that.
You slapped the top of it, huh, Shamar?
I literally I slapped it as soon as like issues started arriving. Oh,
Wow.
Knack. Shout out to the bearded trader. He just sent me a message. It's Knack, Nak. That crap.
Okay.
Um, I'm sure it's like probably 5 cents now. Uh,
Oh my
um,
God.
but I bought it at like $1.50 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it dropped all the way to about 70 cents, and I cut it at 70. I should have cut it way earlier, but
Well, you probably learned from that anyway. So, you know,
yeah, hell yeah, I did. What?
I'm telling you, our losing trades are the reason we learn. So, speaking of that, um, what strategies after the whole
Oh,
debacle? What strategies and indicators do you use when you are trading?
okay. So this actually, it differentiates with big boards and OTC. So big boards, I've been preaching this for so long, and this week I was tweeting about how I've used it. It's called the parabolic SAR. I'd sound like a broken record. Anytime anybody has me on anything, I'm gonna talk about the SAR because um, even as a beginner, you can use this. You should use this. So when trading big boards, I like to day trade it. Holding big boards, it's a little bit. I mean, I started off as a day trader, so swing trading was always very hard for me. So my strength, even to this day, is day trading. So when I day trade on big boards, I used a parabolic SAR. I used a 1 minute time frame to enter. Okay. Um, then I used a 5 minute time frame if I feel like that trade is going to last more than 5 minutes, because on big boards, especially in pre-market, right, the volatility is crazy. Okay, so if I'm telling you, you can make a crap ton of money using the minute frame and selling minute to minute and scalping minute to minute, but um, if I feel like the trade is going to last more than 5, maybe 10 minutes or so, if you can see that trend actually shaping up, use the 5 minute time frame with the parabolic SAR. The reason why I say that is because what happens in between the 5 minutes can actually shake you out from the bigger move. You don't want to miss the bigger picture because you're looking at the minute and you're like, oh shit, it's going to drop. Oh shit, it's going to do this. Well, yeah, it's a minute, right? And for everybody that doesn't know, the higher the time frame, the stronger the move. So if I get a green SAR on the 5-minute candle, that is everything to me. And then I don't even, I mean, I sell not necessarily when the red SAR comes on the 5-minute. I will sell when I feel like, okay, like, man, this thing's been running forever. Because, you kind of get that gut feeling where like, oh, it's going to drop. Like at some point, this
Yeah.
been running for way too long. So, um, yeah, I get that gut feeling. I never really have like a number to sell at right now, because with the SAR you kind of get the meat of the move. Like you get everything really if you trust it. So, like I said, for big boards, use the 1-minute SAR to enter. Go 5 minutes if you want the bigger picture. If you see the 5 curling, or if you see that the 5 minute still has a green SAR, that means the trend is not reversing. For everybody that doesn't know what SAR means, it's just stop and reverse, or stop and reversal. I don't know, but it's that. So it just indicates the trend is going to change, right? So if the green SAR is on the 5-minute, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it for however long. And if you guys actually can pull up any chart, I don't even know what was hot the other day on Friday, but pull up any chart that just had a recent like run. The 5-minute, it's green. The SAR is green like for hours. Like I'm talking I'm talking sometimes for like 2 hours straight, right? On some of these crazy runners, but usually it's green for like 30 minutes. So I trust that because I've been using it for so long. Again, no indicator works 100% of the time, right? So, choose your entry based off of your favorite indicators, right? But definitely add that SAR to your chart.
Right.
So that's for big boards. OTC, my strategy is Twitter. I'm not even gonna lie. Twitter. Okay. Yes, like charts matter. They do. Don't let anybody tell you that charts don't matter in the OTC. That's stupid. We're still trading stocks. Whoever says
That's
that is
right.
an idiot. But what people need to understand about the OTC is that a lot of times it's hype driven. Okay, and we've seen that hype when the custodianship theme came out. Right, when custodianship started popping, it wasn't even like, oh, this stock is coming from, it's moving off of the 50 MA or the 200 MA, right? But I can tell you, when hype and the charts align, then you're getting a monster move, like for sure. But majority of the time with the OTC, people need to understand that, again, it's hype driven, and as much as it sucks, it's whatever's cool. It's whatever's cool, right? So, I'm biased towards CBD stocks. I effing hate them.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I hate that shit. I hate it so much. But if
Why?
somebody comes up, you
It's a
said
lot of
why?
them. It's just a
There's
lot
like
of them.
fuck, bro. It
Oh,
shouldn't
I
even be
thought you just
OTC.
like
It should
I
be
thought you
called
hated
CBD.
CBD or something. I was like, oh, sheesh.
Oh no. The companies, like I'm not bashing it itself, but it's just the like there's a lot of them, and a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of them
true.
are doing the same thing. So this is actually why GGII was spectacular. This is why it was spectacular when it began, because hemp cigarettes. I don't even know if I knew about hemp cigarettes before GGII. I mean, I don't smoke anything, but so yeah. But that was different. They didn't come out with a damn CBD lotion or some type of shit that that everybody else has. Like, I hate that. And some of these companies, and it's gonna suck, some of these companies are gonna merge into companies that do that, right? But and
Oh
you
yeah.
have to know that, okay, the hype is gonna be there when that merging comes, because they're merging. That's it, right? A lot of times people don't give a crap, or even can research fast enough to know which company is coming in, right? But I'm telling you, if there's a CBD company coming in and you're in that stock, I'm telling you right now, it may not last too long, right? So for the OTC, hype. Again, charts matter. Charts matter, but you want everything to align. There's a certain criteria when looking at, for me at least, when looking into OTC stocks. Hype has to be there, right? It has to be there. The business model, it has to be good, right? Like I'm talking something that will last in regards to, the mentality that people have for that company. Okay, again, like I said, if it's CBD, oh well, I can find another CBD company, right, that does the same thing. So why isn't that company up? So in the OTC, people are going to start comparing, right? If this company is CBD, they're going to look at all the other CBD companies and say, okay, well, what does the market, well, at least you should be doing this, what does the market value these companies at? Because this company is going to bring the same thing. So is the market going to value this one very shitty like every other one? So when we're talking about the OTC and what's coming, because it's going to be very different. So yeah, a great business model, hype, um, and yeah, with the OTC, that's majority of what I focus on. It's more so psychology than it is charting, like in big boards.
Yeah.
Shemar, before we go into the next question, do you do crypto as well?
Oh,
No,
Shamar.
no,
Shamar.
no.
I
But
gotta introduce you to crypto.
I have been seeing a lot of traders that I follow go into crypto, and they said that it's more so, like the charts are, well, the technical portion of it, like it stays more true to it rather than on big boards. Somebody can tweet something, and then the from the technical side of things, it can crash, right? So crypto, I mean, that's like that with crypto because I know Elon does all that crap still, but I mean, he's a market maker. So for crypto, he's a crypto market maker. Um, yeah, no, I don't trade crypto. I might because I'm seeing a lot of people go into it. But if I do, I probably won't sleep. That's probably why I
Yeah.
don't do it because
Yeah.
Nice.
I
We
would not.
Yeah.
welcome it.
Okay. So now we will pressure you to do that. Anyway, go ahead, Christine.
Okay, so as you know, there has been many dramatics here in the FinTwit world, but
Oh.
you managed to steer clear of it and remain loved by all. Any tips for dodging bullets here on Twitter?
Dodging bullets.
There are bullets. It's crazy. Um, Honestly, I'm just being myself, so it's kind of hard to say like what I'm doing to dodge bullets. I mean, I don't dodge them all. Like the other day, Ultra Calls kind of like posted a photo of me smiling. I don't even know what he said, but honestly, if I got that short, I would have made money. So I don't know what he's talking about, but um, yeah, it's just being yourself, and I kind of keep to myself. Like I like to tell jokes and be positive because we really need to bring more of that to the community. I also don't tweet out super shit stocks that shouldn't even be getting any, um, I guess, attention. So, a lot of times drama is started by like shitty stocks in the OTC. Like it's I'm telling you right now, if someone's fighting about something, it's because somebody tweeted some stupid stock. Usually. So it's usually the people who are tweeting out stocks that shouldn't even be out there that you know that are, I guess, in the mud
Or
or
they didn't
fighting,
Yeah.
exit. They didn't exit correctly.
or they didn't exit correctly. Yeah, exactly. Um, or they're just having a bad day. That's the thing too. I always give everybody the
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt. Like if somebody's gonna hate on me for whatever, like okay, you know, I actually just saw a tweet. He was like, they were like, remember when you were pumping Zud at 3 cents? I was like, yeah. What's your point? Every stock, if you look at the daily chart, every stock, and I don't even know what the hell they're doing with that. But what I will tell you is, if Zud gets a merger in, I am buying the crap out of that. Um, every stock from that time. I think it was when the custodianship stuff started. I don't know what that, because I forget the company name. I don't know what they're doing with that company, but I mean they should get on it. Um, almost every custodianship stock from that time dropped. There's no
I know exactly
reason.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's no reason to, from like, when FBCD was popping, when all those things were
Hmm.
popping up, like there's no reason to come back 3 months later and say, hey, you remember when you were doing this, or pumping that, or whatever. I mean, yeah, right. If the company did what they needed to do, it would have been great. The share structure is great. There's just waiting on stuff, right? So the market got impatient for a lot of stocks. So yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. The market got impatient, and you're
Hmm.
exactly correct. But
And they come after us for whatever reason.
mhm. So we know you like to dodge bullets, but do you have do you have any tips and advice for new traders besides dodging bullets?
um a lot of people would say this too: take profits constantly, cut losses as quick as possible. Do not let those losses drown out. And it's like a broken record for every trader that's ever said anything. Well, every good one, right? The bad ones will continue to say buy, 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 and it's like, why? You're increasing your average, right? You're locking up your capital. Like, stop telling people to buy all the time. Like, you don't have to buy every dip. You can just relax, you can chill, and look at opportunities elsewhere. That's also one thing. Do not lock up your capital. Do not do that if you're a beginner, because you don't have any control. You're not having any control. I always tell people, play the market, don't let the market play you. And if your capital is locked up, you're being played, right? You enter a different mental space, you know, when all your money's gone, right? There's more pressure on you. You're missing out opportunities and you're crying about it, right? Because something rang and you didn't have any money. And I don't even care if it's $200. You need that extra capital to bank on those opportunities when your swings or your longs aren't doing what they should be doing, which is funny because that is exactly what I was doing, right? My swings and longs right now are not doing what I thought they would do. But at the same time, I have been day trading a lot. So, you know, half of my brain is like, holy crap, these freaking longs, like, they're pissing me off and doing whatever. But on the other side, I'm day trading and I'm still making money on big boards or options or whatever it is. So you're, from a mental standpoint, you need that extra capital just for you, right? You need that capital to make sure that you are not suffering, because you will if it's locked up. So take your profits, cut your losses super quickly, and keep capital open so that you're not crying when something runs 500%. So, yeah.
Awesome.
That's
And do
dope.
you also think that you should sell into strength?
You should sell into strength. A lot of people will not, right? Because if there's no strength, you're selling into the bid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you it honestly depends on what's happening within that time frame for your stock, right? Whether you're selling for a loss, whether you're selling for gains. Um, it honestly depends. It depends on you. Don't let anybody tell you to do this or do that. I mean, you can take tips, right, from people, but at the end of the day, you're the one suffering, in that trade, or you're the one banking in that trade. So it honestly depends on the trade itself and the time frame.
Okay, cool. And do you offer mentorships? And if so, how do they access that?
I do not, and I know a lot of people have been asking. But I don't. Um, Twitter is like my only. That's all I have.
How
Right.
about any books?
I never read one book. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I'm
At least you're
sorry.
Don't
honest.
tell people that. Don't tell people you haven't
I
read
tell
one
people
book,
that all the
Shamar.
time. I haven't read an investment book because there's so much knowledge on Twitter. I'm a like, Twitter has built me. So if you have Twitter and you're following the right people and you still suck, you gotta really evaluate. Like you have to because I pick stuff up, especially in the OTC. You have to pick stuff up from veterans. Kiko, shout out to OTC Method,
Yeah.
my man Next Pulse, Moon Market, Tactical, Short. I know you guys are all listening. Everybody, I take everything, literally everything. And OTC was very different for me because when I started trading, I was like 005. What the frick is that? Like
Exactly.
005. I'm like, what is going on? Like, are these even stocks?
Right.
So you wanna, with big boards, with OTC, you wanna take everything. You wanna take everything, write it down. If there's terms that you don't know, I don't even care. Like, just leave your ego somewhere else. DM that person. I'm sorry, I barely answer my DM. So if it's me, you're gonna have to
Right.
wait a long time. But ask them questions, or don't even DM. Just comment. Just comment. I reply to comments more than my messages. Um, and they'll answer you. They'll answer you at some point.
Nice.
So yeah, no, everything that I've learned has been based off of Twitter. Like, even like my technical analysis, even though I'm not that great in that, like everything I've learned is Twitter and backtracking on if Next Pulse is buying this. Okay, well, I mean, now I
Like
can kind of
reverse
just be like,
engineering, right? Like reverse engineering.
reverse engineer. Yeah. So when you
Yeah.
begin, you want to do that.
That's
But
me.
now sometimes I get a little bit lazy. Like, if Stockball is doing something, I'm like, I'm in. Boom. I see that notification.
They
I
look
trust
good.
them. I'm gonna do it. But when you begin, you want to reverse engineer. Why they're buying this. And then you want to write down. I wrote down a lot of stuff. You want to write down. Okay, um, he's buying this because the share structure is great. There's a good business model. There's no notes. There's no debt and blah blah blah. So that's repetitive. Everyone's gonna buy the stock because they see those good signs. So you want to reverse engineer what everybody's doing. Technical analysis, I'm not that great in. I'm better at it, but yeah, you would probably need to do a little bit more Google research on that rather than the psychology side of things.
So I have a
Nice.
so I have a question
Mm.
about regarding this L2, right? So I call you SHMR on the L2 because
Yeah, yeah.
you're a mark. I feel like you're a market maker at this point. But just can you tell us a little bit about the
Oh,
L2 and how you
that's
use it? Because the way you use it is like magical, like your mind. I
that's
don't know.
honestly, I honestly, like, I still do. I watch that like daily. Everybody should, right? Everybody should. It's really tough. Um, People aren't even gonna believe me, but like, there's a certain feeling that I get when, like, I know a breakout's gonna happen. I don't know why. Um, but if the easiest thing is just the giant walls are just getting erased like super quickly. That's it. The giant walls, they're getting erased. The bids are climbing, like just the normal things that a lot of traders do see. It's just when I see that and I call it out, um, it's usually like at that moment that's where it's gonna break, because on level two, it after the stock usually breaks like a heavy wall, you'll see a fat bid. I don't know who does that. Uh maybe it's retail that does that just so it doesn't break a new level of support or something, or the moving average is a little bit better. But what I realize is that once a huge wall gets broken, a fat bid comes. Nowadays, people sell into that bid, which I have no idea why. But um, we would make more
Good
money
question.
not selling into that bid. Just saying. Um, but yeah, you'll see that bid after the wall gets erased, and then that's when I get excited because that's when I actually start hitting the ask if I'm in it.
Okay. Well, now it's game time.
It's game time.
Yes.
Game time.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go tonight on the OTC Club.
Yes. You have 30 seconds to name a ticker you're excited for and why. Go.
Everybody already knows this. KRFG. Okay, I'm not even joking. Okay, so debt was erased. Okay, like $450,000 of debt or convertible notes. Sorry, that was erased. Would have been worth almost $10 million. The share structure, there's no dilution, and it's just great. It's great. There's a great interim CEO, and I personally think if a company does come in, it'll move very nicely. And I feel like they want to take care of their shareholders because they erased that debt. That means everything to me.
Beautiful. That was
Nice.
wonderfully put in 30 seconds. You have won a prize, a gold
Yeah.
star. For me.
A virtual hug.
Yay!
You get a gold star.
All right, so we'll take questions from the panel, you guys, before we go to the audience. And if you guys have questions for Shemar in the audience, go ahead and request.
Yes, request up. I see some people already. All
Yeah,
right,
Matt,
Matt.
you going first? You know he goes first.
Sure.
That's his spot.
Oh, okay.
Matt raised his
So it's
hand.
not real. Yeah, I did. I
Matt
was
raised
being
his
proper.
hand.
I'm in the front of the class raising my hand. But no, it's not a stock question. It's more about character. I've been, following you, and I'm really just taken back by you. And I would think it would be really because we're all traders, but more importantly, I think it's more important to be a good person. And I work hard for my money, and sometimes I get really anal about my things. And you have a really neat story about you in a gas station with a Mustang. So if you could just quickly tell that story, I think that's really touching, dude, and that really blew me away. So
For sure.
please tell that.
Okay, so I was on a drive at nighttime because it actually puts me to sleep. I know it's bad, but it's relaxing to me. Yeah. I stopped at a gas station. I pulled in. I wasn't even in the road, right? I pulled in, and I kid you not, it was like slow motion because it was slow. I swear to you, I was going like maybe 5 miles per hour. I'm not even joking. So I'm going, and I see this guy on my right. Okay, and I'm like, you know what? This guy doesn't look like he's stopping. So I'm gonna slow the hell down. I'm gonna go 2 miles per hour. So I'm like, you know what? He's gonna go around me. Okay? He did not. He went through me for whatever reason. Whatever reason that was. So he hit the front right of the car. He gets out. My first reaction was like, man, like, everybody that has a car, like, this is your baby, like, this and that. I was kind of like, what is this guy doing? Like, I don't understand. And then he gets out. He's like, hey, man, like, I thought you were giving me the right, like, to keep going. I'm like, yeah, I was giving you the right to go around. You're going to have to keep going through the car. So, yeah, so that happened. And then he was just like, I could see it. He was very stressed. He was very stressed. And he was kind of like, hey, man, like, I'm from Nova Scotia, which is another province in Canada, and it's really far. So I'm from Nova Scotia. He's like, I've been living out of my car. So I was like, oh, boy. Like, his car was destroyed. Like, I don't know. I forget the model, but it was bad. So when I heard that, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't even give a crap about my car, right? This guy's living out of his, right? So I told him, I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. I got you. Go get yourself a hotel. Stay in there. Kind of, you know, work through, the issues that you're having. And it sucks because he lost his job because of COVID, and that company still owes him $12,000, which is insane, right?
Wow.
Shady stuff, man. They probably have an OTC stock.
They probably do.
They probably do, knowing that. But yeah, once he told me that, I said, you know what? Screw that. Screw the car is a car. I'll get that fixed. But this is life. Well, can be life changing for him, right? So, it's funny. He started crying. And he's like, "Oh man, I only see this on YouTube," and I wanted to laugh because it's true. You really don't see it in person. But yeah, he was awesome. He was really, really, really awesome. So I wanted to do that for him because people matter to me. People matter to me, not material shit. So yeah,
That was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, man. Like when I read that whole post, I was like, "Holy shit, this dude is the truth, man." So thank you for that.
Okay, Mr. Rue, you got any questions, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mainly want to just give Shemar a shout out, man. Like, dude, you do a lot, especially like just seeing you. We're the same age, and like all the things that you've accomplished, that's really impressive. And I think you're the only trader that I know that can balance more like so well. I should say, it's a lot of them out there, but morals and OTC so well.
Yeah.
So many shit plays out there, but you do it well, my man.
Thank you.
But overall, man, like, dude, you're very knowledgeable, and you still have so much growing to do. And I'm just excited, to keep on learning from you.
Thank you.
And just keep doing your thing, brother.
Thank you.
Oh my God, so amazing. Go ahead, Matt. What you got to say?
What's up, Shemar? How you doing today?
Matt, what's up? I'm good.
My man. Yeah, no, I definitely relate to you a lot on the COVID side, looking at the glass half full. That allowed me to, I was a sales job working from home, and looking for extra scratch. They cut my wage, car allowance, everything, and times were tough, but pushed me to the market. So, try to tell everyone that COVID could have brought a lot of bad to a lot of things, and it still does, but it can get a lot of time to self-reflect and maybe get out of positions and comfortable situations that you are in that may not be good for your future. Because a lot of people do get comfortable in jobs, life, patterns. So it did shift a lot. So appreciate that, and congratulations, man, to make this step.
For sure.
And again, your knowledge, just hearing you speak about stocks and everything is just inspiring. And then your character, like Mindick said, is your character is beyond is one of the top things that I love about you. So, like I said, I look forward to connecting with you when I do make it back in October. And then glad to have you on, man, and appreciate some of our talks we've had. So thank you, and I've learned a lot from you as well.
For sure. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt. That was wonderful. I have a question, Shemar. So where the news runners at?
Don't ask me, man. Everybody got their capital tied up in all these custos, man. Nobody has any more money.
No, we'll be back for the news runners.
It'll be back. It'll be back for sure. That's why I'm saying, set your longs, have them, but keep some cash, because when September comes, I'm slapping a lot.
Yeah, baby.
A lot. Right? That's where the opportunity is really going to be there. So
I can't wait. September, come quickly, please.
So follow slaps, right? That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we slapping things up. All right, we got Spec Trader. What's up, Spec? Spec was one of our first guests on the OTC Club. If you guys don't know, he supported us when no one else would. I appreciate it. What's up, Spec?
What's good? How's everybody feeling?
What's up?
We are great.
Yo, Shemar, I got a question for you. I want to hear your take on what's going to happen with these upcoming deadlines and in the OTC. And although no one's really experienced this before, it's interesting to see someone's perspective that's had success in the OTC market.
Okay, so it's not going to be that difficult because the market already has their favorite stocks. Okay, so when the deadline hits, God forbid somebody is in a stock that gets suspended. I don't know why they would be in there. It's going to suck. But when the deadlines hit, we already know as a whole, as the OTC community, we know which ones aren't getting suspended. Nothing's going to change, right? Right before that hits. After it hits, John Kent has been saying this for a long time, everything shrinks. The entire OTC market is going to shrink. The money is going to be consolidated in just a certain amount of tickers, which is why I want it to come as fast as possible, right? Because after that deadline, that is where the money is going to be made. So the deadline should not hurt anybody, because you have tons of traders saying this stock, this stock, this stock, this stock should be okay, right? So if anybody is in a bad stock that gets suspended, it's going to suck. The only thing I would say is the only risk with this, right, is getting a shit merging company. That's it. That's it, right? We should be prepared for the deadline, but you can never be prepared for the company that's coming in. Might be a freaking bat soap company. I forget what stock that was, but
What? What?
yeah, no, it's a bat soap company. I forget which one it is. I'll tweet it out after.
Please tweet the bat soap company.
It's a bat
Please.
soap
Starts with a
company.
G. Starts with a G.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know which one it is, but they changed the email, and I just searched the website attached to the email, like I don't even know what the hell they call those.
Wait, Matt, does it end with a B?
No, it's I think it's Naples Soap is what's merging it. It's a CE play, is it not?
Okay.
I have no idea, but those are the things we can't control. So we can control, not getting caught up in all this shit, getting suspended, because we should already have our tickers. Like, we should. And right now, like I said, a lot of tickers, they're in the buying zone. A lot of the custo tickers are, right?
Yeah.
So, if you're getting these averages right now, when people were paying like 300% just last month for these, then I think you should look at that. A lot of people should look at that and enter, right? But after like I said, after the suspension of all the crap tickers are left, all the tickers that are left they're going to be eaten up. All the pink current ones, everything's going to be eaten up after that. So that's money time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem, Spec.
Thank you, Spec. Thanks for coming up here representing.
Thanks.
Keep it up.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Rich Trades, what do you have to ask? Hey, Rich.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Cool.
sir. What's good, family?
Chilling. I hope everybody's doing good. Not really a question. Just want to show a lot of love to everybody that's on this panel. One thing about Shemar, I started following him last year, and one thing I always admired about him is his work ethic. 4 o'clock in the morning, he's up and just sharing ideas, doing all he can until nighttime. And I'm like, this guy doesn't sleep. It's just one of those things where that work ethic you can't teach, and it was admirable that I saw that.
Oh, you breaking up a little bit, Rich. Oh man, you was spitting some good stuff.
And
He was spitting.
Yeah, he was.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we hear
All
you.
right, I'm
Rich.
actually taking one of those
Use your
drives that
chance.
Shemar was. I'm taking one of those drives that Shemar was talking about, so I probably lost a little service.
Oh yeah.
But it's one of those things I was saying where what Shemar does in the background, along with a lot of other people, that's what matters more than anything. It's finding good-hearted people with good intentions. That's not always easy to find, and I truly appreciate that testament of character as to who he is. And everybody on here, I'm just kind of proud of all of you. I started tuning in a few weeks ago, and I truly admire what you all are doing, and I just want you guys to all keep up the good work, and I really root for all of you to keep on winning. That's all.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Man,
Love
Rich,
those vibes. Thanks, Rich.
You don't know. Rich, you don't know that means a lot to me. For real.
And that's right back to you, Rich. I got mad love for you, brother. So I appreciate that.
Oh man.
All love, y'all. Keep up that good work. Let's keep on winning. Let's
Holding back the tears.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, we got King. Let's go to King first. What's up, King? What questions you got?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What up?
Oh, man. Hey, I just want to say thanks for all the alerts that you've been putting out in like the last year. I've been following you. I know you've probably seen some stuff I put out, but I'm not like a constant
Yeah,
trader,
yeah,
like part time. Um, and I just want to say, with everything coming up, I like how you said, like, you got to be in some like concrete, like OTCs that have like custos going on. You
yeah,
want to make sure that the float's good. They don't have any legal stuff going on.
yep,
You know,
yep,
the stop sign's probably gonna go away or not, because that's
yeah,
gonna eat you up. And like with KRFG, like he said earlier, it's pink current. They got a small share structure. They got a reputable name with a Karen, and they're just waiting on the change of control. And other stocks too. Sometimes you never know, they can drop filings fast, but I never seen stocks drop. I never seen nobody drop filings as fast as Karen or GGII. It's just a shame what happened to GGII with all the drama, but
yeah. That was crazy.
uh, yeah, I'm not really trying to pump anything. I appreciate everything you do, and I hope you come back to the pre-market, because I think you've been sleeping in a little bit.
Let's go.
No, actually, I haven't, man. I've actually been trading. I've
Oh,
actually been
really?
trading.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
I've
just,
been up too, but
it's
I was like, oh, I don't know if he's really
man.
up.
It's nowadays, like it's a rarity, to get something that's not gonna knife as soon as I tweet it.
Right, right, right.
So like I'm not really trying to put people in that type of situation. When the market kind of heats up, well, we know it's going to be hot when the pre-market is just insane. So, when that happens, you'll see a little bit more pre-market alerts from me. It's pre-market. The volatility is insane, right? So it's like whatever. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
and we all got to be ready for the holiday season. That's when we're gonna make the most money, because
For
you got to
sure.
look at it. Not everybody knows, but every year the holiday season is the hottest season to make money. You're not going to make money you make some money in the summer. It's not going to be that easy. But
Mm.
you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Christmas
Mm-hmm.
shopping, people trying to fucking sell stuff before tax
The
deadline, which
holidays.
is
Mm-hmm.
December
Mm-hmm.
31st. You're gonna make some good cash. So that's all I wanted
Right.
to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you
For
so
sure.
much, King, and thank you, Shamar, for answering his question. We got Evangelion.
Evangelion.
Yes, the anime, one of my favorites.
Oh,
Oh wow. Okay, it's taking people
I
out.
honestly don't even see
All
him.
right.
I don't even.
All right, let's bring him down, man. It's
Wah,
taking. I don't
wah,
know what's going.
wah.
Okay, so we have PB Invest. Hey, PB.
PB, my guy.
PB.
Oh, he's muted.
Hey guys, what's
What's
up,
up,
Samar?
PB?
There
What's
he
up?
is.
What's up?
What's up? So I was just wondering, like, I've seen you been killing it with the parabolic chart, and why don't have you ever tried it with options? Because I feel like they're so volatile and like they go up or down a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I I barely ever trade options, but because there's so much things that go on with options. But I have actually tried, like buying calls intraday, when the stock dips, and then,
Yeah,
seeing that the trend is reversing, and making sure that I get those calls and then selling it. Like, it does help, but at the same time, I'm not too knowledgeable in options to say that, there's a consistent game plan that I have mixing the star with, the certain calls, right? Because
yeah,
I think, like every strike price has like a certain, like I guess
like delta,
soul
whatever.
to it. Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's so much shit that goes into that. So yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna try it though, because it might be really good.
I actually tried it one time. Like, I went to the options chart. I made like 25%, but
Oh shit.
I don't think it's
That's good.
100% like with the options charts. Like, right? It's weird.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
And then one
who
more
knows?
question
Yeah, what's up?
Go
with
ahead,
the
PB.
SAR. Like, what's stocks for the big boards do you like try to do it with when you're day trading?
So I do it with anything that's hot pre-market. So if the top gainer in pre-market, if it's solid, right? Nowadays, there's so many different trends where it's kind of like, okay, this stock popped up and it's 2 million flow. It's a low flow. We're gonna buy it, right? Those ones are kind of risky because there's no news attached to it. There's nothing driving it for continuation other than the fact that the flow is low. That's also why I love day trading big boards. I love the mindset of big boards. Buying a stock because the flow is low. Wow. Like that is spectacular. Like that is money to me, right?
For
Because
sure.
that is actually enticing. Like again, that's a psychological thing. I'm gonna make money quickly because the flow is low, right? So then everybody's gonna jump in and be like, oh, I want to make money, I want to make money, I want to do this, right? So, the number one gainer in pre-market is usually the one, depending on the trend that I scalp, like 1 through 5. Like if there's a stock that pops up intraday, um, with no reason for the pop up, I usually stay away from that. You can trade the number one gainer all day. I'm not even joking. So don't go hopping from stock to stock to stock to stock, because especially if you go two ways, if you go long and short all day on one stock, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thanks, bro. Your knowledge is unreal.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Keep it
you,
up.
PB.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So we got a question from Toby. Hey, Toby.
Yo, what up? No, this is
What's
more
up?
of a shout out to Shamar. So I appreciate you, man, like keeping it all real. I'm always here to spread love. That's me. Everybody finds me on Toby Trades, whatever, doing my shit. But no, I appreciate you smiling, doing your thing. You know, we got September coming, so
It's coming.
everything's
Money's
good.
coming.
So
Money's
just keep it
coming.
real, man. Like that's what I'm saying. So
Thanks,
I
man.
like
Thanks, man.
All
that's what I'm
right.
saying. Keep it real. We got it. All
Thanks,
right.
Listen,
man.
we're like a real radio station
No,
now.
I like it though. That's what
Shout
I'm
out.
saying. Keep it
I
real.
know.
Everybody
All
knows
right,
what's
Hey,
Toby.
coming. And I love every
that's some
motherfucker
good
here. So
energy,
that's it.
Toby.
Let's
That's some
go.
good
Let's
energy.
go.
All right.
Especially with that echo and that energy.
Right.
You can't
He
beat
scared
that.
me at first. I'm not gonna lie. He probably was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what is this?"
Toby!
He scared me at first. All right, so we got Dave. Let's bring him up. David Pugh.
But doll, no cap. This is turned into a radio
Right,
show.
Hey,
right.
how
Hey,
y'all
Type
doing?
shout out,
Yeah, yeah,
shout
yeah.
my
out to.
boy from the
Yeah, it is.
Philly.
We might
All
all
right.
have to fly into one location and do it live.
No,
Hey,
we
how y'all
will.
doing?
It
Hey,
will.
no
It'll
cap.
happen in the future. Hey, David, how are you? What
I'm
questions
doing
you got?
good. I'm doing good. First off, Shemar, love you, man. You're the reason I got into OTC, so appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
Thanks.
So, my question is, when you research a new stock, what do you look at that indicates it's going to be a good share structure?
Okay, so you want to go to otcmarkets.com,
Okay.
and then you want to search the ticker in this search bar and it has a quote on it. As soon as you do that, you go to security details, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to see the market cap, authorized shares, outstanding shares, and held at DTC. Held at DTC is what's available to retail to trade,
Okay.
right? A lot of people have that question. Held at DTC is what's available for retail to be traded freely. Now, it can be different than the unrestricted. Okay, here's where it gets kind of tricky, because this is what I had to ask Kiko when I first started.
Okay.
The difference between held at DTC and unrestricted is this. Held at DTC, like I said, is everything that we can trade. Unrestricted, if there's a difference in the unrestricted and the DTC, insiders may hold the rest of those unrestricted shares, right?
Okay.
So that is the difference between those two. So a good share structure, I have like an entire criteria based off of price. Okay, so I'm gonna run this down quickly. 000, which I barely ever trade. Honestly, even 5 billion for
Okay.
outstanding shares is nice for 000. Now, one thing I do look at is the authorized shares. I like it as tight as possible to the outstanding shares. The authorized shares is the, I guess, max amount of shares that they can issue to the outstanding shares. I know it's confusing as hell. But the tighter that is, the less shares they can issue to the outstanding shares. So everybody's
Right.
talked about it. GGII, that shit got crushed. not because of traders. It got crushed because of what they added to the outstanding shares. So the problem with that one was, okay, now is the market going to value this company at like, what was it, 3 billion
Right.
market cap, right? So what makes up a good share structure is a tight authorized shares, outstanding shares, I guess ratio. And one thing you also want to look for is if they have any convertible notes, right? If they have any debt, because as soon as that stock pops off and there are note holders or debt being owed, they're gonna sell into it, right? So you got to check that. So
All right.
yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, my
No
man.
problem. No
This
problem,
is
man.
crazy.
Hey, David, did you take that ball
I
yard?
did.
My man.
Well,
Thank you
thank y'all so
so
much.
much. Thank you,
Oh my
David.
God,
Thank
my
you.
night is made. Thank you.
Oh my
Thanks, man.
God, I'm glad we made your night.
All righty. Well, y'all take care. Thank you again.
Take
All
care,
right,
man.
David. All right.
Yo, short squeeze, what's going on? Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to
speaker,
come on.
Seriously.
speaker, listener,
I don't know
speaker.
what. I think he got something going on. Maybe it's the service where he is. But I have a special message for you, Shemar, from DB Trades. He said he is your biggest fan, and he just adores you so much, and he has your poster on his wall, and he stares at it every night.
Sitting with cashews too, huh?
I'm not sure if you should be smiling, Shemar, or a bit scared.
I'm just laughing.
Maybe you could get your TwitCon signed and send it to him so you could have it
Oh
next to
my
him.
Oh man,
gosh.
Ultra Calls has that one.
Shamar, I just want to. This is just a love letter to Shamar.
Hey, Soccer
I
Man.
remember you a year ago, man. I had Fisker at like
Hello?
$16, and you kept tweeting, and I bought that bitch all the way down to $8, and I rode that cunt all the way to 32. God bless you. God damn it. You made me so much money, man. 6 figures was my first trade because of you, bro. I just want to let you know that.
Thanks, man.
Whoa.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you for
appreciate
coming
that.
up there and saying that. People really appreciate that. You
I
guys just
appreciate
tell
it.
them how much money.
And those are really good love words too.
Yes,
Yeah.
Nice
very
words.
good love words.
Really good love
Beautiful
language.
poem. Alrighty, we got Brian.
Hello. Good night, everybody.
What's
Good night.
up?
GE.
Good night.
What's up?
Whoa. Good night.
Yeah,
What
Shamar,
up?
I've actually been following you for 2 weeks now. It seems like you're making everybody the money, so I guess I followed the right person.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
I just got 2 questions though.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does it mean to sell on strength?
So when I say, well, if you get level 2, you need that to even see strength, right? So you either get scans, or I guess in America your TD Ameritrade has it, I
No,
think.
I'm in Toronto.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, get scans. It's a paid product, but that it pays for itself. So selling into strength, when you see the walls getting ripped, you can put some shares on the ask instead of selling into the bid. You can put shares in the ask because that strength is going to take your shares. You don't have to put a fat one, right? Because
Right.
again, you want to be watching the chart. You want to be watching the trend. So you can put your shares on the ask, and they're going to take it. They're going
Right.
to take it, right?
Right.
So instead of selling that into the bid, just put on the ask. They'll wipe it. That's into strength, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. And then one more question. What is float? What do you mean by low float?
Okay, so it's called the public float. Okay, so this is basically how many shares can be traded, in the public, right? So
Right.
the lower the float, the quicker the shares are exchanging hands. So what I like to say is, if I have a stock and I bought it at $1, somebody else buys it at 110. There's only so much shares going around, right? As the volume increases on a low float, that it's going to exchange hands quicker. So $1 to 110, that person that bought it at 110 wants to sell it at 120. Someone buys it 120, and so on, right? If it's fatter, right, it's going to move slower because there are more shares available to be traded. Meaning, you're going to have, let's say, I don't know, if you see a fat ticker, you're going to see like 20 million on the ask at 0.005 or whatever. But if there aren't that many shares available, the ask is going to be like 10,000 or whatever, right? Just as an example, it's going to be lower.
Right. It's gonna be lower.
No, barely any resistance on those low floaters, which I'm saying right now in the OTC, show the same love to the low floaters as you do with the fat ones. Just saying, because they will move. At some point they're going to move, but they will move a lot quicker. But they also drop quicker, right? As there's lower resistance, right? There's also lower support. Unless someone puts it there themselves, it's gonna be a little bit lower, because there's only so many shares that people have, right? So, yeah.
Thanks. Where you from, brother?
Toronto. Let's just say Toronto.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you
Bless
so
up.
much, friend.
Yeah.
Have
Thank
a good
you for
one.
coming up here.
Bye.
Alrighty, that's it for speakers. So, Shemar, do you have any closing statements or anything that you want to let the audience know before we go?
I just want to say thank you guys to all the panel, everybody that listened in, even if it's for like 1 minute. I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love all my followers. I really do. And I'm just gonna get better, and as I get better, you guys will get better, because I'm gonna feed all the information to you. Whatever I know, you guys should know. Someday I'll put it into like a video or something, but I've taken it from everybody that I've followed, man. I've taken it from everybody. So I want to thank everybody that I've followed for giving me the information and basically making me who I am in regards to a trader. Because like I said before, I'm a Twitter trader. Like, I haven't read a book, I haven't done anything, man. Like, it's just everything that I've learned from everybody that I've been watching, really. So yeah, from the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody.
And we thank you, Shemar.
Well, Shemar, now you have to start a Twitter trading book.
Oh,
Twitter trading book.
man,
Twitter for
that actually
traders
would be hilarious. I would actually have, like, all the, like, the pump and dumpers in one section, and all the really good traders in one chapter, and just all the stories of the OTC.
Okay. You need to do that then, so we can buy the book.
I can't imagine that shit would sell out.
Oh yeah. But anyway, you guys, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for joining the OTC Club. Please follow our hosts, the guests, the panels. Follow the OTC Club and hit the bell for show updates. The next show we have is on Wednesday, and that's West Coast Closer. That's West Coast Wednesday, WCW hashtag. Hey, and make sure you use the OTC Club hashtag when you're tagging us. Also, we have Crip Talk on Fridays, and again, next week we have the Rock Trading. Yes. So tune in next Sunday for the Rock Trading. All right, you guys. I will see you Wednesday.
Have a good trading week,
Take
guys.
care,
Thank you,
guys.
Shemar.
Let's make
Taking
money.
the time, man. Thanks everyone for coming out. See you this week.
Love
All
you all.
right.
Love you all. Have a
Peace and
good
hair
week.
grease.
See ya.
Buckle up.